Good morning, children. Today I am going to continue with our yesterday's story, The First Drum. Now, yesterday I explained only page 68. First, I read and then I explained the story, The First Drum, from page 68. Today I will be doing page 69. First, I'll be reading the whole page and then I'll be explaining you the full lesson. But before I do page 69 today, I want to tell you, revise a little bit of what we did yesterday. Now, yesterday I told you a story from Africa and how the first drum was made. Now, I told you about a story from Africa. Now, today I want to show you where Africa is in the world map. Now, I have brought a world map today, and in the world map, I'm going to show you where Africa is. Now, children, Africa is a continent. Now, you might be wondering what a continent is. Now, a continent is a very, very, very large piece of land. Now, we have 7 continents in the whole world. See, the first continent, North America. See, this whole big piece of land is North America. Then we have South America. Okay. Then we have Africa. See, Africa, such a big, vast piece of land. This is Africa. And then on top of Africa, we have Europe. Then after Europe, there is Asia. See, Asia, the whole big chunk of land is Asia. And we are in India. Our country is India. See, this is our country, India. So we are in the continent of Asia. So we belong to the continent of Asia. And then we have Australia. Australia is a small continent. And the last continent is Antarctica. Antarctica is down here. Okay, so this one is Antarctica. There are altogether 7 continents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, Antarctica is the 7th continent. Now, you can just see where Africa is in relation to our own country. Say India is here, so Africa is here. The next continent, we belong to the continent of Asia. Okay, India itself is not a continent, but we belong to the continent of Asia and we are here in relation to Africa. Okay, so you might have wondered where Africa is in the world map. Okay, so Africa is here. So today I'm going to continue with the story of Africa. Okay, but first, before I do page 69, I'm going to do a little bit of revision of yesterday's story, that is page 68. Now, yesterday I told you that in this story there was a princess called Marimba. She was a princess, she was very rich, and one day this princess, she had a cook. Okay, she might have had many cooks, but one cook came up to her and then he told Princess Marimba that one of the cooking bowls had become very old. The sides were almost wearing out and he wanted to throw the bowl away. But the princess did not allow the cook to throw the bowl. Instead, she said, "I'll keep the bowl." and I'll make some use of it. Then she told one of the men from a village to go looking for a dead wildebeest skin. And so the man went out to look for the wildebeest. He really found a wildebeest by the side of a lake. He took out the skin of the animal, tied the skin to the branch of a tree, and when the skin was dry, he brought it and gave it to the princess. So, Princess Marimba took the skin of the wildebeest into her kraal. Remember, I said that a kraal is an African hut. That round hut is a kraal. So she went inside the kraal. So yesterday, my story ended of here. Princess Marimba took the skin and got inside her kraal. Now today I'm going to read the whole page, page 69, and then I'm going to explain you the whole page, okay, the whole story. Now, she cut a piece of skin and stretched it tightly over the old bowl. Then she cut long, thin pieces of skin. She tied them around the bowl to hold the first piece of skin in place. Everyone waited outside Princess Marimba's kraal. They wondered what the princess was doing. Suddenly, they heard a strange sound coming from inside the kraal. It sounded like dum, de-dum, dum, de-dum, dum, de-dum. This was the sound that came from the first drum. Everyone loved the sound. Soon, everyone was making drums, and then they learned how to play them too. Now, this is an African folk tale. Okay, now I'm going to explain you. She cut a piece of skin and stretched it tightly over the old bowl. Now she had the old bowl, and as you can see in the picture, this is how she took the skin, held it tightly stretched. Stretched means pulled. As you can see in the word meaning here, stretched means pulled. She pulled the skin so tightly on top of the bowl, and then she cut long, thin pieces of skin and she tied them around the bowl to hold the first piece of skin in place. And by the time the princess was doing this inside the kraal, everybody was waiting outside for the princess because they wondered what the princess was doing inside. Because the princess was gone inside for a very, very long time. And suddenly, when they were waiting outside, they heard a strange sound like dum de dum dum de dum dum de dum. They had never heard the sound before and they were quite surprised. What is the sound? Now, actually, the sound that was coming from the kraal was the sound of the first drum. This princess was actually making a drum inside. And soon, very soon, everybody started how to play the drum. And then everybody started making drums too. Okay, children? Now today, I end the story. I hope you like the story. Okay, now see, everybody was so happy playing the drum. Everybody in the village must have, made different types of drums. From that day onwards, everybody became very happy. Then they must have celebrated because that was a new sound coming from a new instrument that was made. Okay, now today you are going to read the passage the remaining part of the story. No, you read only page 69 and send the audio. Okay, don't reach page 68 because page 68 you already read yesterday. Today only page 69, and then there are three word meanings. There are three word meanings in the story. One is wild beast. Okay, another one is kraal, and another one is stretched. So you are going to write these three word meanings in your English literature exercise book. Send the assignment to me. Also make this audio and send this audio in my WhatsApp. Okay, children? Do your assignment well.